Hello, I am here today with Margot the Palm, and we are going to do some shoulder stability into rib cage rotation work. So in the past, we may have done like a version of this on the elbow. Certainly in your life, you've likely done a cat-cow or like a cat-camel, something like that. This is not going to be that, but it's similar to the little thing on the elbow if we've done that before in the office, and it's building on the ability to breathe into the ribs and exhale from the lower belly. So we want to be able to control the pressures in our system. So in doing this, I am going to keep a little tension in my tummy, and when I exhale, I'm still creating tension in the tummy versus dropping the ribs down, but I want to be able to take a breath into that full 360 degrees in the rib cage. So I'll have a block, and this is going to assist me, and I'm going to go into all four kneeling. So I really want to start out with my hands right underneath my shoulders and my knees right underneath my hips, and then chin is going to be away from the chest. And I'm thinking about the neck being long versus the head being thrust back. In this position, I'm really going to think about not tucking under and gripping through my buttocks, but more thinking about zipping up from my lower belly. And you can kind of see in this position with Margot the Palm, I'm already doing something that I want you to be able to do, which is to be able to stabilize on one arm and unload the other arm. So as I do this type of an exercise, and this is kind of two birds, one stone, like I can play with the dog and also do an exercise, as I do this and play with her, I'm not sinking down into one arm, okay? So I start out nice and strong in my 4-point kneeling, but when I unload, I'm able to stay pretty strong and not shift my weight. I don't have to do anything with my core. I can still maintain a normal breath, meaning I have a brace and I can breathe in and out with a little bit of breath into the ribs and an exhale from the belly. I'm just gonna switch to the other side. And there will be a little bit of a weight shift because we need to shift off one side to unload it, but I'm not getting a big shear and I'm not getting a drop down through the shoulders or a puffing through the shoulders, okay? So we're gonna start out in our 4-point kneeling. We have our good position. I'm just gonna start by doing a nice inhale into the ribs, exhale through the belly. And now I can maintain just a normal breath in and out through my nose or my mouth. And this is the very first part of the exercise. Can I just weight shift? Then I'm going to bring in a block, okay? So I have my block, and now I'm going to set myself up so I have to maintain more of a neutrality. One hand is on the block, the hand she is licking, and then the other hand is in the air, and I can start to slowly introduce a little rib cage rotation. So naturally, as I drop down, I'm rotating right now to the right side. So I'm closing down on this left side, okay? So I can add a little exhale, and then I can inhale into the left, and then exhale and press back up. Inhale into the left, and then exhale and press back up. And that's really the crux of the exercise, is being able to stabilize, do a little bit of rotation on both sides. I don't advocate for doing rotation in the ribs all the time. If I feel like I'm really closed off or like I feel really rotated to one side, I will do this and I will try to get back the rotation to the other side. But I do advocate for being able to start out in a 4-point kneeling position and just be able to unload and stay stable, because this leads us to more exciting things that we can start to do in other motions, like rowing on the bench or other things that we need to do. And then to further take this exercise up, we can start to have my block again. Actually, I'll switch. So I can start to add, here I am, I had to organize myself there. So I don't want to be puffed. So I can start to add like a tap. And then eventually I could turn this into like a long lever tapping situation, okay? Which again, there will be a little bit of a weight shift because I have to weight shift off whichever side I'm unloading, but I don't want to see a bunch of big trunk perturbation. And that's the progression of a basic quadruped shoulder stability with a little bit of rotation exercise.